What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. The Clippers might have just signed their secret weapon. And the Clippers might have signed a well-needed secret weapon that they've been, needing in a position that needs to be filled, or that needed to be filled vastly, very quickly, especially when they lost Hartenstein, which was the center position. And they did, acquire the guy from Dallas and everything like that. But at the same time, they needed more depth. And, Moses Brown is good, but at the same time, having more depth in the center position is always a good thing. Now, the guy that they actually signed the two-way contract to, or excuse me, it's perceived as a two-way contract, is Musa Diabate. Or I hope that's how you pronounce his name anyway. But he's a center, and he's from Michigan, and it's a two-way contract that they signed with this guy, or this guy signed with the Clippers. And I will say this, he was the 43rd pick, and like I said, or excuse me, what I'm saying now is I'm looking at this situation, how I'm viewing it is they must really actually believe in this guy. They must really actually like this young guy. I mean, for them to sign him early, based upon the little bit that he's shown, they definitely must be wowed by some of the things that they're seeing from this young guy. And I will say this, anybody that come from Michigan, any players that I've ever watched to come to the NBA from Michigan has always played defense really well. I don't know what it is about, I know Detroit is like that blue collar type state or whatever. So I just feel like people that go to Michigan and play there have that mentality, that blue collar hard worker, determined, go at it, mentality. And that always usually suits well when you go into the NBA, because you play with a different type of demeanor, and you play with the mindset of, winning basketball, and I'll say that really anybody, I mean, Michigan State or Michigan, anytime I hear somebody from Michigan State, Michigan, somewhere in there, I always think like, they got some defense in them somewhere. Now, more or less, Michigan State is known for the defensive players, but Michigan has had a few defensive players come out of there. Not many, but most people are always, whoever remembers way back then, they're going to think about the Fab Five and all that. But anybody that comes from Michigan down that way, I always respect them and think of them as defense, because usually Michigan guys, play rough. They play a little bit edgy. They play more physical. You see what I'm saying? So even if they're not good defensively, they play physically. You see what I'm saying? And that definitely bodes well in the NBA, because when you have somebody who plays physical and is willing to play defense, it definitely betters your chances of being a presence in the NBA. And this is what I'm saying. When I look at this guy, Musa, here on the Clippers, he has an opportunity to come in. Not very much minutes is he going to play, not unless he goes out there and just balls out and, excite Ty Lue every time he's on the floor. Ty Lue will definitely make way for him. But, and I can definitely see Ty Lue, making way for this kid if he definitely plays at a high level. So I don't want to take no momentum away from him or anything. But I don't know how many minutes he's going to give the Clippers, but hopefully what he can give them is very, very valuable minutes when he's in there. Like I said, I've known from my, just watching basketball, Michigan players, as I said, a lot of them play defense, pretty adequate at bare minimum. So I expect this guy to play some defense. I expect this guy to come out and really show out as much as he can when he steps on the floor. I looked at some of his highlights and everything. He can definitely run the floor a little bit, go coast to coast, handle the ball a little bit from what I saw in a couple of his highlights. He definitely likes to go up and make an impact in there and dunk on people if he can. I definitely respect that. I like the aggressiveness. I will give him that. And like I said, he's just, somebody just trying to make his way in the NBA right now. So like I said, I got to see more of him going forward with the Clippers, or however many minutes the Clippers decide to give him to play. But I definitely, think that they will, if they already signed him like the way they did, because apparently they've been impressed by, not only maybe Summer League, of course, but also just the fact of, what they've seen from him in his workouts, his work ethic, like, and how he trains is training to get himself up to speed to play on the level with the rest of the Clippers when the season starts. So I mean, there's definitely some good signs there, definitely a lot of uprising there. So I mean, hopefully he's everything they wish, and the players they got him for, because like I said, when a team signs you early, they definitely have some confidence in you. There's no doubt about that. So hopefully he can live up to the confidence that they have in him and build on top of that, So, but as I said, he's a center, and like I said, he'll probably come third fiddle. I think Moses Brown will probably come second to Zubac, and he'll probably be third. But there will be opportunities, I think, for him to play, so we can see Musa Diabate play, because I want to see, how he plays, and also I want to see how they, specifically going to pronounce his name. I'm just messing with you, but yeah, I want to see how they're going to, evaluate him as he, once he gets into the season, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, if they sign him, you're definitely going to see him at some point in game. There'll be some game where the Clippers will be up by 25 points or something like that, with like 5 minutes to go in the game, and I think Ty Lue will definitely throw him in there, for a few minutes, so you can see where he's at and what he looks like. So you just gotta I watch close Clippers games, so you can see this kid, because apparently he's definitely somebody that they're looking at that can definitely help. So if that's the case, then we got to see what he looks like, and we got to see if he's able to really be a factor in the center position, because really, as I said before, that center position is crucial for the Clippers, because like I said, they got so many versatile weapons between the small forward, power forward, swing man type position. You see what I'm saying? The center position for them is very, very weak, compared to some other teams, because they don't have all the depth the Clippers have in other areas. So it's like that center position for the Clippers is really a high priority. So whoever is stepping out there on the floor has to play decent at best every single night consistently, to give them that well-rounded balance that can get them over the top in some games where they'll need the big man to be a little bit more assertive to get their offense going, whether it's putbacks, tip-ins, or throwing into the paint and Zubac or one of these other centers, and they get busy down there and do their job. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to come down to that, and like I said, we'll see if Musa really is up for the challenge, and see if he can better his game. The more and more touches he get, the more and more opportunities he gets, and I really want to see more from their center position. I mean, if these two guys that they acquired is better than what Hartenstein gave them, then I mean, it's a win-win for them. So I mean, like I said, if these two backup centers can give the Clippers adequate minutes, then Zubac should be able to take care of the rest, and finish games out, and play at a pretty decent level. So I mean, I'm just anticipating to see it, how the center position works out now that they got the point guard, they got the center position filled, and they got a bunch of scorers all over the place. And like I said, I'm just anticipating to see how well-rounded they look. You see what I'm saying? As a team playing, small, going big at times, how it all correlates, and how they attack teams from different ways that will make them, look like a championship team, is what I'm actually waiting for. So like I said, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens. Hopefully some of these young guys and these picks they got, and hopefully some of the like a guy like Musa here that they signed, hopefully we get a chance to see more of him and see what he can actually do and bring to the Clippers when the games become real, and when it really is, when the games really mean something, when it becomes a factor. So I'll be waiting, anticipating, and we'll talk more about it then. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.